The Formalities, theformalities.com. A little bit. My nose is stuffy out here. It's just me and Cram today. Lenny is God knows where. I don't know what he's doing, but he ain't here today. So what's up? Today we got a special guest, D Chamberz, in the house.
Yo, what's up, man? You already know this. It's your boy D Chamberz, 6'2", no time for the small talk, warrior mentality, NYB gangster, Jag life. Just another gangster living in full effect. Coney Island.
How do you remember all that?
When you real, you ain't gotta remember.
Shit is natural.
Natural. Cram, you want to start it off or you want me to start it off?
Go ahead.
Let's just talk a little bit about Coney Island first. How do you feel about Coney Island right now?
Well, it's a lot of talent that came out of Coney Island on the basketball side of things, like Lance Stevenson, Stephon Marbury, Sebastian Telfair, and nobody's really known for music.
Yeah.
And I think we always left out, but nowadays, like, shout out to my boy Cream, he on the battle scene, my young homie Smoking Mac, including me and a couple other artists that's making some noise out there. We're getting recognized now, like, far as music, and they see the grind that I'm putting in, and I got that warrior mentality, and people embracing that brand. It's like warrior mentalities for men, will and mind power for ladies, and it's spreading. And the first thing they know is that it's Coney Island.
Yeah.
You know?
And I like the warrior mentality thing. How did you? Because I'm thinking when I hear that, and when I read your whole bio and all that stuff, I'm thinking about the movie Warriors.
Yeah,
And
that's one of the reasons where it stemmed from, because one, we all warriors, right? But like, I just took that whole thing like it's a metaphor, but I just added what I'm going through it, because we all from the last stop in New York, and we had to branch out to get something accomplished. Yeah. We had to go uptown
like a warrior, and
they, make it. But my thing is like worldwide, like everybody can have that ambition. So I used to wear the shirts a lot. The store I used to go to, Coney Island Beach Shop, they knew I was doing music. I always was branding Coney Island. I only wore Coney Island stuff. And I went back. I was like, I gave you different flavors. Could I get in on some of these shirts? They did not want to do it. So I was just like, you know what? I just sat down, thought of something, still the warrior, because I'm from Coney Island, and just added the mentality and created my own brand.
And that's the warrior, the W.
Yeah, man. You don't take no for an answer, the felony, all that stuff. You just got to do something.
Yeah. So we're going to go back. We go back. We need everybody to figure out where you came from to now. This is what we try to do. So I just want you to tell me, who's exclusive?
Yo, Exclusive was a lost guy that was just trying to be in all the trends. It was just like Exclusive with no ease, and I think I was caught up in that Dipset era, Fabulous era. I always used to have like the latest jersey.
Else, yeah.
Everybody over
like
here,
the freshest jersey, leather jackets, and I thought it was exclusive, and that was just that. You know what I mean? But D Chamberz is Duval Chamberlain. That's my real name. It's D Chamberz. So I just talk more about myself and went through some stuff. It didn't fit, like Exclusive, and to be talking about what I'm talking about, it didn't match.
It didn't feel.
When was the day when you dropped that? Like,
yeah, how long after did you drop Exclusive?
I think for anybody know from the neighborhood, like I had caught a gun charge due to some dumb shit, whatever, and just thinking about everything. And then my boy Cooch, like from the Tune Heads, he used to be like, "Yo, man, you go through a lot of stuff, real stuff. You should start talking about yourself, and I think the people will respect you a little bit more." And I kind of left with that going up north, and I was just like, it's D Chamberz from now on. I start giving people more pain, understanding, not fabricating shit, giving people ambition. And that's me. So that's what I just try to instill. Everything that I do, everything I went through. Like, I don't front like it can't go there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, D Chamberz been through that. So that's what D Chamberz is,
So when did you start becoming affiliated with like battle rap and stuff like that?
To be honest with you, if people really knew, somehow I always was around it. I think just around the same time before, like when I started figuring things out, like outside of just being on your corner rapping, I wound it up like backstage at Summer Jam, like with Jen was battle rapping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And then I used to be back there, and I think Bobby Condas used to do it. And then I did it even one time. I was third in the whole tri-state.
Yeah.
Facts. I just stumbled on
Nah, I
it.
seen
And
that.
then I just chilled. And this is being wild, young, not knowing anything. And then that was my little claim to fame. And I didn't know Smack and all that time. But my boy Liaison, that's when the DVDs, you had to have like $2,500 or something like that
Word.
to get on a
Get on the
DVD.
DVD.
And I wasn't on it like that, but my boy Liaison was shooting videos and we were just doing music. And that's how I met Smack. I met Smack, like I said,
Doing that.
during around that transition. And I was starting to do shows, and that was just like not breaking off on my own, but just start doing things as exclusive to D Chamberz, getting people used to D Chamberz. Still running around with a gun charge though. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Okay, so when you first started, as far as like writing and rapping and doing the whole shebang, like, did you think it'd be what it is now?
I don't think it's too much different. You know? I
Oh.
think it's just different visions of what you want.
Okay.
I just know this rap thing,
But your name is sticking more. now.
It really is.
that's
You
because
think?
I wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I'm everywhere where it's happening at. Before, I used to just, you know, when you hang around people, when you go to other people's time, it may not be as fast as yours.
Yeah.
So you start hanging around people that want it just as much as you want it. And I know I can do what they do 10 times better. And knowing that, it just be like, yo, nobody never came from Coney Island. That's one. I want to be inspiration for that. I want people to say they live with a warrior mentality. I want them to want more out of life. You know what I mean? And knowing that is what make me go. I know I want to be on TV. I know I want to do the red carpet. I know I want to be in the office. I know I want to make money from doing music. Music is only 10% of this. You know,
Yeah.
everything else counts. Politics and your next best move.
And you're on the right path. I might say
Would
that.
you ever go back to doing battles though?
I didn't do it yet.
I mean, with considering the people that's in the battling game right now.
Yeah, like when
Y'all know
like
I'll
if it goes
smoke some of
mainstream,
these dudes. That's why y'all tagging it. Y'all
I just
know-
want to
goes
go
mainstream,
mainstream,
like Joe
who would
Budden
you-
started. So now
I don't care
I'm
what Joe
here.
Budden do.
I'm here. Cassidy's is battling next.
So what?
He's coming back.
Cassidy
Meek
came
get
on
out, what
stage
if he
at
get in
Summer
the battle?
Madness 4.
I'm not looking
They
forward
booed
to
him.
Cassidy battling though. I can give two
I could
fucks
care
about
less
Cass.
about that shit. You know what I mean? But I be honest with you, I'm around it because I'm part of the street music. You know, Math is my homie, Cortez is my homie, Hollow the Dawn is my homie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is not no made up stuff. You know, we do music, but that's where their bread is at. So plus, I always give it up to Smack because he the one who actually gave me a platform to stand on, and I just
Definitely.
never gave up on that shit. I just know thousands of people watch Smack.
Yeah.
And I need, you know, ciphers. I get in on those videos, the website, the fact they didn't even embrace me on that. And I take that and I use that to create a whole bunch of other things.
Everybody comes to Smack. Diddy, a lot of big artists.
They do.
Smack
but
is ridiculous.
And they in there recruiting too.
that's what the PGs is. The PGs is the new talent that's, you know, under contract that's going to follow
Doing
suit
it,
and do the right
uh-huh.
thing because everybody else ain't on contract. A lot
But
of
if
people
somebody
not
come
on
with the
contract.
right price on the contract, you gonna go back to battling? What's up?
I mean, you mean if somebody put the bread up and I decide to do it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It depends how much that bag is, because I'll kill him right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Like, they know my shit is sharpened right now, and that's just not being arrogant.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, I'm just doing music. I do whatever is going to get that money. I'm not afraid of nobody. You know what I mean? I respect dudes in that lane crazily. Like, I tell you, Charlie Clips is crazy. Hollow the Dawn is crazy. You know what I mean? Sue Surf is my dude. Like, I'm fans of this shit. But at the same
watch
time,
them niggas.
at the same time, I know I'm not afraid. It's sparring. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not really crazy. It's-
How like
That's crazy though.
'cause
I respect it.
yeah, I respect it 100%, but it's like there's not a lot of like I don't want to consider you as a, because the shit you be talking about is real, like basically what you've been through, what you've done. So I'm like, as far as how many like mainstream artists would you compare yourself? Who would you compare yourself to if you had to? As far as mainstream artists would be like
What's a lane you trying to push over?
I mean, people that can relate to what I'm talking about. And there are a lot of people that can relate to what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people do other things. They say other things, you know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, everybody just trying to do something that sells. So if he's making money and there's a way you can be able to help that situation, or, you know, you got to talk business, because it's really not about relationships or songs no more. I don't know if nobody knows that. Because if that's the case, everybody
people
gonna have songs.
They not in the studio together anymore.
Nah, that's
Everybody in the
I
studio
just
together.
grind. Before I used to do the chase game. I used to do the chase game, like, oh, I need to get up with him, do a song, whatever. But I know it's people in my lane that know what I'm talking about, and they're aware of what I'm doing. And if I know that person fits my lane, I reach out. You know, at least I can say I did a lot on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not no fly-by-night shit. Niggas be like, yo, he been putting in work. So if I do a record with him, it makes sense. Like, I always knew Fred the Godson. That was my man. Like,
And
we
that
always
definitely
did. It's not
matches.
brand new. You know what I mean? Me and Fred was doing Pyramid back in the days, you know what I mean? They don't even know Fred used to have dreads, like, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And like Uncle Murder, before I went in, I always knew Uncle Murder. So it wasn't like because he was doing all this other stuff. And, you know, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You know how it is out here. It's payola, man. And it's the same thing that's going to happen when you get hot. You know what I mean? We'll send an invoice.
Go ahead, Karen.
No, I was because as far as matching it, get grind and what you're doing, like the
My
match.
grind is unmatched. What are you talking about?
like no, like
you know what I'm
not,
saying? Like,
not necessarily the grind. Like, I'm talking about with the relationships with the songs, like the matchup when you reached out with Fred
Fred the
Johnson.
God. Like,
Yeah,
that was a
I knew
that
that
was a
record.
perfect.
How'd you
blend.
link up with Fred?
I mean,
Like before? Like, how'd you really meet? Like, when did you meet him?
I think like around what I said, like it was like 06, something like that.
Yeah.
Around that time. And we all was just doing open mics. We was doing, you know, that was after like way after Ness went for the cheesecake. It was a little after, way after that. It was just like we was just doing. It was a whole bunch of us that used to do open mics, like at the Pyramid. That was one of, you know, if it wasn't Speed back then, we all used to just sneak in and try to get into these events.
We used to be in Pyramid all the time.
And just kills. We didn't have no catalog. One song, and we just performed the shit out of that shit everywhere. And me and Fred took a, you know, we started chopping it up. And then when I came home, he came out to the Smack battle, and then Cortez and Math was already recording with him in the Bronx. And then once I got off parole, I just got up with him.
Why did you want to put him on the 1-2 record?
I think, be honest with you, it was going both ways. I was actually trying to get Troy Ave on the record too.
Okay.
At the time, because it's a New York sound, it's a dope record.
Yeah.
But I knew Fred would do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I ain't waste no time. I just reached out to Fred. He heard it. He had the verse. Like I called him the next day. It was already back in the email, you know.
Wow.
And we figured out how we was gonna make it happen, and we made it work. The next thing is to push it to the radio and let the streets talk.
I got this line right here. I just need to know what this means. Shout out to them homies locked down in the jail cell. Bail so high they gave them TVs in their jail cell.
That's South Carolina, Lee's Avenue. That's when I caught another charge, whatever. And there was like
with
50
a TV
grand.
in the jail cell.
You know, you get TVs in your jail cell. It's like,
How is that possible?
If it's like over, if you don't have it like a date and your bail is like over 50,000, you was able to order a small TV with like 7 channels.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Charleston, South Carolina.
You knew about that?
Nah, I mean it's all types of shit they got in the system, but I don't want to fucking talk about the past. Man.
Yo, you
I don't want to talk about it. But that sounds crazy. A TV, a nigga in a jail cell. Like I figure you get shanked for your shit. Like
no, you watch too much fucking TV.
No, it was going down.
You got a TV in the
fighting.
cell. Like niggas usually in one room watching the shit, right?
Yeah.
I spent the weekend.
But if you got one in your cell, you getting clapped for that.
I'm not trying to give you like a crash course.
Yeah, like it's
how
not.
it was,
It's not like that.
That's like the top nigga.
That's on.
That's
different.
It's on your check-it list. Like you not trying to be
word?
funny. Everybody like, oh, I'm getting money in the town. Cool. Like this package is only $29. It wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You get the TV. They give it to you. They set it up.
Oh, I know.
You know
Because I'm been watching.
Do you think it is like a flat screen? Or
Nah,
something?
I'm thinking it's like some fly shit.
was
Like
smaller than the
no,
Game
because
Boy.
the shit. You ever seen what's that DMX movie? That shit with DMX in it. And the nigga in the jail cell, he got mad. He's like the head kingpin nigga. And he's doing drug deals from the inside. He got a carpet rug, and the CEOs got to take their shoes off before they walk in the cell.
Yeah, it's movie shit, but
I'm glad you said it was a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a movie, but it's like some fly shit. Like
the only carpet I seen in
real life was
the Muslims that prayed the little rollout carpet. That's the only carpet that's going in there.
What's the mafia nigga?
Gotti,
yeah, he had the whole shit,
and so did everybody in Goodfellas. But at the same time, you know what I mean. At the same time, you know, when you're doing time, you just, you know, I was smart enough to just read books, lift weights, strategize. Anybody that was in there that came home and tell you, like, I was reading all the magazines, staying in tune, just sharpening, reading different books, self-empowerment books, and you know, the warrior mentality was already there. It was just to brand it.
Yeah.
Because people at one point just knew me for being from Coney Island and being around battle rappers. And I had to switch that, like, within 2 years. If you think about it. You know what I mean? Because now it's more D Chamberz warrior mentality. You know what it is. Still NYB, still URL, but I think I solidified my grind out here for them to know who D Chamberz is.
Yeah, and you put your name. And if you listen to this interview, they gonna know your whole backstory and shit. So.
Not really. You know, the other thing, I was born in Harlem, raised in Brooklyn. That blows people. Like, you know, a lot of people don't even know that. Like, of
who's
course,
from Harlem in your family?
My father. I guess that's where the fast talking comes in there.
that's where the dress. That's where your clothes come from.
Don't just give it that. If Brooklyn dudes that get fly too, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. Harlem started the fly shit. Man.
Flatbush always been fly niggas.
I know. I'm not gonna front. But Harlem niggas, they customize they shit. You know what I mean? And you always got your customizations, because I see it in your videos. You got your exclusive tees and your exclusive Coney Island fitted and shit.
Oh, you mean the exclusive look?
Yeah.
Because the name exclusive is that.
Yeah, exclusive. But it was exclusive. Like, that's the Harlem from. That's where the Harlem comes from.
Look at you. This guy's crazy.
You got another one, Karan? All right, how did you link up with Clark Kent, and what'd you learn from him?
Yo, I learned how to just. But you know what's crazy with the crazy thing with Clark Kent? That whole time I was descending to try to learn how to make songs.
Yeah.
At the time, that just came from just like a bunch of just rapping, and then I used to go to Bruckdown Studio, and you know, I was fortunate enough to always go there in June, and this dude named 10 used to just let me record there with this other producer named Los. Like, that was just rookie years. Like, I didn't know shit. But like, as far as to make a song, and then when Clark Kent came in, he came in with the A-Team at that time. And I was like, when I guess there was talks of like Ransom and a couple of other people that was making noise, but we wasn't on that level of even being heard at that time. And they was trying to put contracts on people and all that other stuff. And then, I don't know, I just felt boxed in over there. And it wasn't Clark Kent's fault, but I just felt like there was a whole world out there. And I wasn't moving.
You wanted to break yourself loose.
Yeah, another situation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I started messing with self-service. And he, at that time, he just had, here's why they call me the Ghost, Cameron, and there it is again, just descending from a kid that used to just hustle, used to just get up. I was smart enough to know Sycamore. I was smart enough to know like Self, and this just came from like starting to hang around open mics. But you know, it was just a lot of people I met along the way, not really pushing music on them, but just being around. And then I think a little before I went in, I knew what I wanted to do. And by the time I came home, I just dusted off the phone book.
Strategizing like a bitch out there.
Why not?
Focus.
You got to.
Imagine if I was still waiting for a phone call.
Right. ain't shit gonna be handed to you. You gotta go out and get it.
I say that every day, man. I'm a panic dude, man. Like, I can understand, like, when they put these reality shows on and they see the boss spazzing in the office, I can see why. Because you know the speed and what could be done. Some people don't see it, so they move on their time. But when you have people that move with you on your time, you're going to win.
On your time?
This guy in fucking time.
They say time is money.
Time is money. But let me ask you a question. You've done a lot of performances. Tell me about one of the greatest performers, like as far as audience wise, like the audience reaction. Where and when was the greatest performance you ever did?
I'm glad you said that. I would say BB King's.
Yeah.
I was gonna. That was
Where
the
was it?
next
I
question.
I'm talking about the people that was on the card, and I think
Yeah.
I had the whole crowd off their feet, and it was Raekwon, Troy Ave, I think Brooklyn Stick Up Kids was there that day, Mano,
You had Mano, Action Bronson,
Trader Truth. You
You
right.
got the lineup.
he had everybody.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That day, Coney Island.
That's a crazy.
We won
lineup,
that
too.
war that day. You know what I'm saying? Like we had the most. I don't care, son. Like the footage is there. Go look it up. It's on YouTube. It was bananas. I had girls dancing on stage to that warrior music. You know, all genres. You know what I mean? And it was dope. It was a dope live show. DJ Messiah held it down. You know, we did the Biggie tribute right then and there. Killed it, man. You know.
Nice.
But once again, I don't think people was getting to know me, but the catalog wasn't there yet. The brand wasn't there yet. You know, I was wearing Warrior shirts still. I go back and look at the mistakes I did back then.
I wouldn't count them as mistakes.
No, but like,
I mean, it's
Stepping stones.
Yeah.
like, how could you have capitalized more off that situation?
Right,
Because I
definitely.
met all the same people that's doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
And for all those people within that area to see you on the card with them,
I was young, fresh. You got to think about it. Like a year and a half just coming home from jail and this.
Right.
Some dudes never performed on BB Kings. Never.
exactly.
Never.
So it's like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know.
My name was on the flyer and the marquee's there. Like, you know
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
Dope.
Yeah, that's
42nd Street,
big.
Times Square. You
That's
serious?
really big.
It's crazy. The Lounge just performed there. That I think like.
Not to mention, I won 2 awards out of there, the UMAs. Right, I got.
Oh, yeah?
I took 2 of them out of there, nominated for another one. You know, but I got glass in the house. You know what I mean? Proof. I'm in different magazines, and I'm pushing the clothes. So
What it feel like winning the UMA?
when it happened,
Well, the first one.
Yeah.
I was.
How'd you know? Did you
I
know
started
you
a
was gonna-
Twitter rant. If nobody really if you really
I
understand,
didn't scroll
it,
back that far.
I didn't
you
come
didn't
down to
have-
the Twitter.
I'm telling you, you see, you know, I'm gonna help
We
you
looked
out.
through, but I didn't scroll back that far.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Basically, when, you know, like all things, when you out there and you can name people that you know are, you know, who your competition is or where they're at, you always run into them in shows and stuff. Then there's people you just see out of nowhere, like with names, like how the hell and who the hell. And I just felt like I needed to be known.
Yeah.
And then I was just targeting that market and doing a lot of shows wherever they was popping up at, wherever I heard Jesse was at. I made sure I was his Twitter, whatever he said something right behind him, like, yo, I don't know how I missed out on this, but I'm not trying to miss the next one. And then he sent me a courtesy tweet, and then we spoke, and then he let me host the first one.
Oh wow.
And then the following year, I was able to get the votes going in XYZ. I won, and then I won one for clothes, and then I was nominated. I'm doing my thing.
You're
Nice.
doing your thing out here.
Nice.
Let's take a break. I want to play some stuff off the
Play the Oh, okay.
WM2, back to rap.
2. Sorry.
It should have been 3.
I'm already on the third one.
You know why? Because I was supposed to put out unorthodox trap raps, and that was with me and Bill Collector. So when Bill Collector got caught up, it's just like, phew.
Yeah.
And then, you know, then you had the Kendrick Lamar thing and everything, so that the actual South Sound wasn't a good thing for New York.
Yeah.
So I had to just revamp everything within 6 months, like, to create what's going on right now.
So I'm gonna play some records off that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk deep into that. I still got another question for you about your past. Not jail.
No, it's fucking Judge Mathis don't come from the back. So we gonna keep talking about. I don't glorify. I'm just talking about look at what I've done since then.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so
Nothing stops you.
So we'll be back. It's D4Melodies, D4Melodies.com.
I'm so tired, so tired, yeah, so tired, yeah, so tired. I'm so tired, so tired, yeah, so tired.
Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Even though you gone, you still with us. Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Rolling out for my homies, pouring out a little liquor. Even though you gone, you still with us. song about the hair. This one's for y'all. Staring down in the casket, couldn't shed a tear. Even though you gone, you still here. Thinking about the memories, wondering about that drama, wondering if the Lord is handing us our karma. You say it was all written, words lead to a comma, but every word we spoke, definitely about a comma. Rolling off. What's up? You already know what it is when we step on that block. Uncle Murder, what's up?
Chamberz, what up?
Shake the block. They know what we doing when we hop out that big toy. Shake the block. They don't know if we got that thing on us or not. Shake the block. What? Shake the block. Shake the block. You know I'm from Coney Island. Shake the block. That's what we do out there. Shake the block. The whole Brooklyn up in here. Shake the block. Uncle Murder, what up? Shake the block.
It's Team Yogi, baby.
Every time I come around, I hear this, I hear that, but they see me though. You tell them I'm D Chamberz 6'2", no time for the small talk. Jag life. What's up? Haters love me, too much pride to salute me. Design my own clothes, but my swag say Gucci. For that young money, I need a Birdman. Tunchi. Bitches sending DMs, double tap. Seduce me. You waiting on a cab. I'm in the black Jag. Before I do that, I'm in the trap with the mask. Till I find a safe and take whatever's in the stash. Burn my old clothes, leave my life in the past. I do it for the people. Mimi signed it first, don't blame it all on Nico. Got that Stevie J face on the way to the money. Can easily be replaced when these bitches act funny. Ain't no love in hip hop, everybody getting married. Even Joe tried and we all sorts of harried. In paid in full, got killed for 7 bricks. Where I'm from in Coney Island, get killed for 7 nicks. Everybody got something to say till I pop up. Let my confidence speak, they can't stop us. Now I know I stepped field and never came back. Whoever did them dirty still starving that same track. I cause friction whenever my heart in it. These are light year bars, nowhere near finish. Go ahead, be the best at trying to get money. You talk otherwise to me, you sound funny. He said what? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy D Chamberz. 6'2", no time for the small talk. NYB gangster, Jag life. Yo, K-Slay, what up? Just another gangster living in full effect, homie. Drama hours. Hey, yo, Buck, what up? You already know what time it is, what I'm gonna say, homie. Let's talk about it. What's up? I came through in that new Jag, black hard top, blasting that old Jay-Z. It's a hard knock, life in my hood. It ain't all good, nobody safe. They almost killed Suge. French Montana got the coke boy jumping. Bobby like the smurder, got the whole hood dumping. Mia like the Jag, like swerving a little different. When you touch chicken, some
warriors come out to play. Warriors come out to play. Warriors come out to play.
tell the DJ turn this up. What up? What up? What up? The whole city in the club say what? Say what? There's no telling when it goes down. I'm a Coney Island warrior. If you don't know, you better ask around. VIP in the club. Say what? Say what? There's no telling when it goes down. I'm an all-around hustler. If you don't know, you better ask around. Pull up to the club, valet park, stomp the roach clip, roll another and spark. Wipe my feet on red carpets. Haters looking sick cause the Jews got them numb. Coney Island known to ball out, but we all warriors that been trained to brawl out. I got family in the South, bro. If you didn't know, keep your dirty little mouth closed. Riding in big trucks, big blamers. These bullets over, they can't fight it, can't stand it. No marathon, about to run the city. Got my shoes tied to catch up the over 50. I ain't worried about other rappers that's waiting on other rappers that's waiting on other rappers. Time is money, the clock is ticking. Bottles in the air, now your wife keeps missing, huh? The whole city in the club say what? Say what? There's no telling when it goes down. I'm a Coney Island warrior.
We back. It's D4Melodies, D4Melodies.com.
What's this guy that's out here flipping houses? Hood guy.
I have no
He's
idea.
he's on the headlines.
That's
all
another
over, all
topic.
social.
You know? I don't
We
even.
gon-
That's
oh, you
another
know what I'm
topic.
talking about?
No, I don't. But you sound like money. You know what I mean?
Yo, that
So
that real estate shit, yo.
I'm a
I don't got the money to start.
I know a
Yo,
couple
the
people
real
that's-
estate shit is real.
You know what's crazy? It's scary because it's a lot of artists I know that got into it and just never look back. They're like, rap for what? I got 250,000 right now. You know what I mean? So like, I want to be able to do both and be up there with the greats. Like my idols are different. Everybody that's established.
Yeah.
You know, that's the main thing I'm trying to get at. Trying to get established.
What's some of your idols?
God.
Okay,
Give
God
me
first. God
three.
first.
Give me three. Below God.
Moses.
Below God. Wait, hold on. Wait. What? That sounded crazy.
What?
But that was even funnier. What the fuck you mean below God? But let's
God
just,
is above everybody.
I know, but there's nothing. God is in his own realm right now. But like, I mean, as far as
Crazy,
you gotta be more specific. As far as hip hop, is any hip hop artist that you look up to?
No, man. It don't got to be a hip hop artist.
Nah, gotta be.
Nah,
Hip.
don't.
All right, not
Entrepreneur is somebody
Yeah.
like with
To be
business
honest with
owners.
you, the ones I don't really look up to nobody. You know what I mean? I will become seeing them eye level eventually.
Uh-huh.
So I look at everybody who did something and won financially from all of this. But like I look at everybody that has been successful in this game. Like when I'm talking about like Jay, you know, like Puff Daddy, like Birdman, even Master P, like dudes who
Master P was getting it.
did something in this game that everybody's doing, and just like even Dr. Dre, like everybody who came in with nothing and walked away with millions. Like I'm a fan of those guys.
How important do you feel your visuals are during your career? Like, how important are the visuals to you?
If you don't have a vision, you don't have anything. You're just walking in a dark room, so you gotta have a vision.
I'm talking about your visuals. Like you show everybody. Like
I'm telling you,
in the studio. when
What
you
you
go to
see?
Miami.
I make that man. I give you. I know what they want to see, and I know what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Maybe not everybody is paying attention, but when they eventually do, they see the grind is there. They see I get it all in the right places. I do the right things, and I execute. And I'm doing this at record-breaking time. You know, a lot of people think it took a lot of time. I just didn't know what the hell I was doing for a long time.
Is there a formula? Like, do you have it down to a science?
Of course, every scientist is in the room creating a new formula. You know, it's always something getting cooked up. You know, but I have a backup plan and I have a formula, and every man should have one. You know, because it might come from the clothes. Who knows? I might get a big check from the clothes.
Yeah. Well, would you go towards the clothes?
I am. I got
I mean,
WM
would you
apparel.
stop-
What I'm saying,
would you
would you
stop
stop
rapping?
Like, would you focus 100%?
Why would I stop
on
something
the
that created something? You know, I got to eventually, until I feel like I created, you know, another label and, you know, all bills and everything is evened out.
Once you set yourself
Yeah,
up, then
you know, eventually you got to
fall
grow up
back
and
and
chill
slow
and
down
just
a little
put
bit.
other people on.
right.
That's the
Give
game
back.
plan. I don't want to, come on, man.
So
That's
tell
the
me about
process.
some of the artists that may have, like, up and coming like yourself, that may have reached out to you. How do you do your selecting process as far as like
Everybody that's do the same
Anybody?
thing as me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not biased to any music.
has there ever been someone like who hit you up on Twitter or Instagram and like, yo, let's do a song, and you was just like, nah, I'm not feeling you?
Nah, unless they were talking about money or something like that. I never turned down nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never ran into that person. I don't think, you know, a lot of people don't know how to come at me anyway.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't know what my situation is. So much like stuff that be going on around me.
Is it
They
hard to get that?
No,
that
if
kind of from you?
I check it out. If I don't like it, I have to respond. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like,
right.
So tell me about the WM2.
WM2 back to rap. You know, you already had Warrior Mentality 1. That was what I had. Fred DeGarza on that one with Jadakiss. And I had a lot of my homies that was battle rapping on that I was able to get. You know, we was doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
We had hot, dope records. Me and Charlie Clips. We had 2 dope joints. Got it on World Star. We got it on a lot of major blog sites. But that tore up the underground. So WM2 was like the growth of that. Like more same thing. It just repackaged in the package. Better rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Then
Just
you win
showing
an
more
award for the
aggressiveness.
underground
Music
We
awards.
just
Yeah.
talked about that. Yeah.
Yep, that's because I was doing a lot of shows and just working hard, trying to stand out. But now it's like I understand the game. I understand there's branding, there's different marketing, timing, and the artists like that have a following that you want to eventually go on tour and make money with a big following. Just showing that you can keep up. But now the way this game is set up, you know, you got to have the amount of dollars to even talk to the dude that you want to do business with. So it's not genuine.
Would you like consider being independent? Or you
as of right now, yeah, it's just me and my manager and a lot of good teams. There's no
Okay.
major backing or no label that's standing next to what we're doing. Everything you see is what me and, you know, Soundbar Management, my great ideas, their great strategy, they make sure everything's on top of that. And the Legion Media Group that handles, you know, the PR. I'm working with Chanel
Shout out to
again.
Legion.
Yeah, you know, without them, you know, I would, you know, I'm learning to expand more.
Yeah.
It's past just raps.
So what about the production on this?
A lot of the beats came from Joe Josh, the Arsenals. Who else, Josh? I've been real biased lately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of producers, you know,
What you been looking for?
beats that like a lot of things that I could perform.
Okay.
It could be real. Like
Clappers.
if it's pain, it's pain. Like it depends on the mode on. In Destro, Destro.
Okay.
You know?
What's the feeling that you're trying to come across with this project?
I stick to the name, warrior mentality. You know, everything that a warrior is going through, you're gonna hear on that package. Like everybody that been through something, some type of struggle, or they came up and they doing better now and they trying to do the right thing. That's what you're hearing on that. You don't hear like I give them visions of kids being shot, and now it's like, how do we learn from that? We don't keep rooting on the stuff, but you got to do better. You got to do better than that. Like you get a certain age, get the car, flaws, but also know who your friends are while you're doing that. You know, just different real vivid stories. And also I give them that other side, show them that what I've been seeing, like outside of New York, the people I've met, the things I've done, like fly hotels, cars, like I'm into Jaguars, so you're hearing about that Jag life. You know, just trying to make people, inspire people to want more. That's what you're gonna hear. And it's back to rap. It's no
bullshit.
No
funny, whatever you call it.
Funny music.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'll get on the record and you know what I mean? If that's what's winning, you know, maybe I'm out of date. I'll adapt. That's the thing. That's what keeps me relevant too. I adapt.
That's good. You got to know how to.
I don't just complain like, oh, yo, dude,
survival,
this shit's whack.
survival
No,
instincts.
that's what's up. All right.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. And that's it.
But still, like doing that and then maintaining yourself, not losing yourself within it, like
you can't
following the crowd, and you know you don't.
No, they follow not the crowd. It's the sound.
The sound. What I'm
It's
saying,
never the
like you
crowd,
don't want to.
it's the sound.
Some people hear like with the whole New York, like because a lot of New York rappers they fall into that southern flow, that southern rap.
No, they fall into the sound.
Right.
Because if that's what
And they stick with
pumping
it,
out.
though.
That's
They
what
stick
you
with it,
think. You gotta think. All these kids are programmed different than what the other generation was that was before them.
That's what I don't believe in that though.
It is.
I don't believe in that.
I bet you
it's
right
the same
now-
cycle over and over because when you was growing up, your parents said the same shit. This music is shit. Da 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 da.
No, they
Parents
changed.
said the
They
same
repackaged
shit.
the package. The kids that are out right now, they understand. They understand dudes like Waka, and they call like you know what I mean. That's.
But I think they put it on different
then you
levels.
got Chief Keef. Now Chief Keef is
I
then you got
understand.
Little Herb, and then now you got Bobby Shmurda. Like that age group is changing every 5 years. Like
I get what you're
people
saying,
will
but
remember.
now it's more of like it's more sections.
It's your
And
lane. If your
it's
lane
people
not
have it.
hot, you not hot. You know what I'm saying? Like Fab has a lane, he's still hot. Like it's
Fab,
dude,
yo,
he has a lane, he's hot.
That's
Jeezy
a
has a
different-
lane,
But
he's
Fab
hot.
is always going
Ross,
to be popping. I
You
don't
gotta
know.
have a lane. That's
Fab
definitely
put out
has
a
his lane,
record,
though.
and the whole like people don't know
that's
this
'cause
really.
he's hot.
He's gonna be popping. He can still
He
hop
gives
on the
you that
southern
look
shit
that you want.
He can
Everybody
still hop
wants
on the
the
New
life.
York shit.
If you don't want the life, you're not gonna stick around. People want the life. The minute you start talking about my bills and the pain and the cops is doing all that, it's good to put it on the record and have that in your album in the body of music. But once you start to embrace it and spread the truth, believe it, a lot of people tend not to listen.
They fall back.
I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that.
There's
You
no
just gotta find
success
a
without
medium
struggle.
with that.
Yeah, but he's saying like if once you try to put the struggle in the mainstream,
You could do it,
Nah,
but
but
it's
it's
how
like
you do
it's,
it.
yeah, it's how you do it. How
Yeah.
how you know.
If you sitting
Present
outside
it.
try to throw paint on furs, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna buy the album. There's people that's gonna be with you, but it's not gonna be as large as that fan base of the people that's buying the furs or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes that was a great analogy. Right?
Yeah, like
If you throwing paint on the furs outside.
You know it's over. Once they be like, you fucking haters, like, you know, everything. It's dudes, like, it's times you go into open mic joints, nobody's wearing jewelry. You be in there, they go, I don't let the government wear me out gold chains. I'm like, what is going on? What crowd is this?
brainwashed, fucking crazy shit.
Nah, but sometimes they tell the truth. They, sometimes they tell you about the CIA and stuff like that. But when you want the life, you're not concerned about what they do. But you gotta, like I said, you gotta find a medium. You gotta understand what's going on out there, study the market.
Definitely. I just want to talk about this because this is important since you're talking. Like what you did in Brooklyn a couple weeks ago for the kids and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was dope. You talk about the Power 105, get back to the kids thing. I got pulled onto that just the day before my birthday, which was crazy. And Hollywood Play had reached out to me like 7 a.m, like last minute. And he was telling me Cortez was on the bill, and he had a couple people that was from Brooklyn that was making some noise, and Sus One was coming out to that. And I was like, where's it at? It was Tompkins Park. And I watched it. It's funny because there's some people that perform, they don't care if it's kids or shooters there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm looking, there's a couple goons out there too.
dude,
Like, it's crazy.
dudes was talking about putting their mother on the wall.
But
it
was all love though.
No,
Like,
the kids still was adapted.
the kids was there.
The
was
DJ
love.
was dope. They played music. I was just watching, but then it was people that was responding. Period. Even though they said what they said, they gave the kids some money. There are some people who did stuff like that. They gave them some gifts. They came with footballs, basketballs, whatever. And I just happened to be lucky enough to have the song called Jump. You know what I'm saying? These little kids. And I promised them, a reward if they got 3 questions right. And, stuff like that. I made it fun for them. I had Chamberz Says. It wasn't no more Simon. You know what I mean? It was just Chamberz Says. And we had a good show. Cortez had a good show. And, we took pictures with the kids and, we got out of there. It was a dope look that day.
And you look forward to more events like that?
I'm trying to be on the big stage. My main goal, I don't care what nobody says. I got visions. Like, I want to be able to start doing these Howard Homecoming events. I wanted to be able to do these spring break tours.
I went to Lincoln University in Pennsylvania.
I want to do a couple of those. And I think next year, I would like to at least get on the front of the damn Summer Jam stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me something, man. And then
the colleges might be
though.
a good move though.
And definitely South by Southwest on the main stage. I don't care if I'm number 10. Like, I went in like the all hip hops. Shout out to Steve Reyes. I got backstage and I saw what Snooty Wiles did to that stage that first year before Yayo even came to New York. Like, that was crazy. Like, I think he had one of the best shows out there. And then Rich Homie Quan did his thing. And then A$AP Rocky. I didn't understand that kid's powers until it was out there in Texas. Yeah, son, they was jumping all over the stage, and these kids was going with him. Like, and I was like, yo, I see they put on a good show. And that's where you just, trying to be diverse now.
What'd you want to say?
No, I was just saying like wanting to be like all you gotta do is speak it into existence. Like and the way man. the path you on right now, I'm sure you'll be there in no time.
Well, I'm gonna work to get it. You know what I mean? Like, some events may pass me. That's because I'm busy doing other things, and I respect it. You can't be a part of everything. You know what I mean? If you force it, you still wind up losing because it was just like the timing wasn't there, it wasn't solid, it was botched in. It's not that effect. Those people that come with that effect, like, they pulling up 10, 15 strong. There's business cards, there's shirts. It lasts better. It sticks around more. You know what I mean? And that's how it's got to be with these bigger events. Now, I don't know if it's just the internet thing or whatever, but we got to figure out how I'm going to get more of these shows. That's it, because I know I want people to realize I can stand on the stage with any one of their favorite artists and make that whole club jump.
When you say internet, you mean as far as getting it out there? Like getting, like,
yeah, like more, obviously if you're on the web more, people understand what you're doing more.
Are you on all?
Yes,
all
there's still
major?
some sites that are not clear on what I'm doing. Like, you know what I mean? And I just want the support to just bleed into radio and, making that message get out there more. It's building, but I'm trying to speed up the process.
Yeah, I think you know what I think you need? Just that one joint with the R&B hook on it.
You're probably right.
And you
got any in the cut right now?
Come on, man. You know I'm more
this
chestnut
is
in this rap shit.
because you got the raps. It's undeniable. You could rap, but you just need that one joint with the R&B for the ladies. You know what I mean?
Maybe you're right. Maybe you just get dropped
you
the
out
jewel
the
on
door.
them. But, you know, definitely. And I'll probably do that today. Because, you know, it's just like they tell you a lotto ticket number and, you know what I mean? If you don't play it.
I really think like that's because like even people like Troy Ave, I think Troy Ave, he just need that one R&B joint, you know? Because his raps is undeniable. And you the same. You and him are like neck and neck to me.
Shit, not right now. That
Not right now.
motherfucker's
Well,
on
after
the move.
after
But,
what he did
but
last.
I'm
what
not
he did
far. They
a
hear
couple
my
weeks ago,
footsteps,
but-
though. I know they keep like, yo,
But you
DJ,
right
my
there.
nigga coming
But
up.
you right there. You
Not
in the
just
same
in New York,
circles.
too. You know, I'm coming.
We're
Let's
in the
believe.
same circles, so it's like you
Shout out
could-
to
you could
BSB.
follow that.
You know, I'm from Coney Island. Nobody gives Coney Island nothing. So it's like, you ever been to Coney Island?
Of course.
Past the rods?
Past the rides.
I've
I
never
drove
been past the rides.
I was with my boy. He was going to see some.
So
chick
you haven't
out
been
there.
to Coney Island?
I was with my
You
boy.
haven't? Look.
Listen, this is what happened. I went. I seen. I left though, but I was with my boy. He went to see some chick out there, and then I was like, I'm gonna drop you off. I'll be back or whatever. Like you could take the train.
He ain't see Coney Island.
That-
Nah,
Either one
I
of
ain't
us
see.
did.
I
I
ain't,
was just
I
waiting
ain't
for
chill.
a block, something. And
I ain't chill. No, I ain't chill.
You ain't see
and
it
that's
then.
what everybody does. And I'm
They
just trying to get
pass
people.
through, come through, and leave.
I mean, that's like
I mean, it's
like
deep though.
you're
man.
not going
It's
to
a
ride
long
through
drive,
Brownsville
man.
either. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But
It's a
I'm just
long
saying,
drive.
Like Coney Island, a lot of people think it's just the rides and
I've never
basketball.
been past
It's,
that.
it's so much going on besides what Channel 12 has this show. Because a lot of times when Coney Island's on TV, it's on Channel 12. And then the rest is on like commercials. You know, it's no really nothing to show what's going on out there. There are some unity things that's going on, but there's a lot of talent like that's.
I do go out there though.
Oh, here we
Nathan's
go.
hot dog eating contest. I'm there
This fucking
every
guy.
year. Dead ass.
You going out there
At
for
least
the wrong
you
reasons.
came, bro. That's what you want.
I'm there though. I'm there. Though.
But
It's
like,
still
but
going
look,
down.
like now it's more people's coming out there. Shout out to Magic from Hot 97. He has the car show out there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He bring Flex out there. They came out there. Like Uncle Murder, he came out to the car show again this year. I performed on that stage. I performed on that car show stage every time they had it. This, you know, the second one. You know what I mean? And I've been on the bill showing support all the time. And more people is coming. So then Seeley, he just had the SoulCon event at the MCU Park out there. And that was dope. He had it inside the baseball stadium. Yayo came through and Yayo showed love. He knew who I was. Like I thought I had to be like, yo, Yayo, what up? He was like, yo, man, fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you know, he still haven't hit the DM yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that shit they turned green. I would have saw the check. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a tough track though. Yeah, yo.
I fuck with Yayo. You see, once again, been through those situations, came home, shining, doing what he got to do. That's the game plan. You know what I mean? I fuck with Yayo.
Definitely. So that's you good, Cram? All right. Thank you for coming by. man.
Everything is WM2 back to rap. Warrior mentality. Will and Mind Powerful Ladies. WM Power on Instagram. D Chamberz. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That was all of it.
I help you out, man. You just-
I didn't even have to say nothing. He did it himself. But I want to extend this. We're doing this new thing. Cram, I'm telling you right now because you're late, but I'm telling you right now. Every other week. So on a Wednesday, we're gonna post it. It's gonna be on d4melodies.com. Every other week, we're doing an open mic in Brooklyn with Show Off Radio.
That's where you was at yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was like yesterday. We're gonna do an open mic live band. You can come through if you're an artist. Come through, drop a verse, and you can walk out. It doesn't matter. There's no cover charge. There's no nothing. It's a live band. Tiger Speak is the band. They're gonna be playing. They do different shit. Last night was Nas. They was playing all Nas joints. So if you're a rapper, you walk up, you spit to a Nas joint, and then you can bounce. So we're gonna do it. We're doing that every other week. It'll be on e4malice.com. You can check it out.
I might have to make the club jump with that live band, man.
Yeah, come through, man. You could just come through and spit whatever.
Nah, we gonna do shows. Ain't no more spit.
You know what I mean? But touch the people, you know? Last night was crazy.
Yo, touch the people.
Pause.
Nah, I ain't messing with you.
Nah, but last night was crazy with that though, man. So we gonna do it. We gonna make this like a every week thing. Try to make it an every week thing. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. And you know what's gonna be the problem with that? The way that New York City works. I ain't going to no free event, man. Come on, man. Who gonna be there? I mean, we gotta get out of that.
No,
habit.
but,
a lot of people
all right,
do that.
listen,
Glad you're
guys.
doing what
But
you're
listen,
doing,
but this is a different situation. I'm DJing. I'm not playing. We got the white people in there, people.
There you go.
So if you want to come by and try to get some fans or something, they gonna be in there.
Those are
They play. It's a real
Like, why
jazzy
wouldn't
type of situation. You know what I mean? It's not like it's in Brooklyn, but it's not like the heart, like the Brooklyn.
If you say Brooklyn is Brooklyn,
It's on.
there's no heart.
But it's the gentrified version of Brooklyn now. It's the fucked up. It's the fucked up
They just
gentrification
changed
version.
the paint on the outside. That's all they did.
That's in the
still the
inside.
same
On the
thing.
inside though.
Nah, listen, bro. I'm telling you, they just put paint.
Not that ass. They
on
changed
whole
the
bricks.
paint. This is what I heard they did. They gentrified it so the outside still looks like Brooklyn, but the insides.
No,
look
there's
nice.
people that invested
And then
more
it's like-
money than
Now
people
they tearing
that
shit
did.
down, right?
If you don't put
But
up
Harlem is gentrified too, but you can't tell because it's all in the insides.
Listen, it's still Harlem.
Still Harlem.
Still
'Cause
Harlem, though.
When
Yeah.
someone say the name Harlem, that's all you think about is the old shit. You ain't even think about this gentrified new shit.
Not yet though.
You just the new kid on the block.
Not
That's
yet,
all it is.
though.
It's the same thing that's been going on.
I've been being in Harlem. I've seen a lot of people who not supposed to be. I'm like, why are so many people here walking little ass dogs and shit? I'm like,
Open-toe
what's the
sandals and
fuck?
shit
I
like
walk
that.
past buildings. The outside look crazy. The inside look nice as shit. They got a security desk and shit. I'm like,
Doorman.
this is getting crazy.
You know, rent is raised, and some people are not spending. They live in other
Right.
places. That's just what it is.
This what it
Moving
is.
niggas out.
I mean, I don't know. You spend an extra stack more, you get a doorman too. It's just what you paying for.
Basically.
That's what it boils down to. Stick around, man.
All right, but thank you, D Chambers. Thank you for coming through.
I'm here, man. Warrior mentality, man. Get more, want more out of life. Live that jag life, man. Just another gangster living in full
All right,
effect.
we're gonna end it off with a quote. You gotta give the people some.
Motivational.
Some motivational.
Or everyday quote.
Well, my favorite one is don't be afraid to take the risk. The worst risk is not taking one at all.
Nice.